New Braunfels schools in trouble, a big tax break for property owners, and deer in New Braunfels could be in trouble. Plenty of New Braunfels news to get to today. We are bringing you these videos more often because that's what you say you like, and news is breaking now every day, New Braunfels, because of our growth. So plenty to get to today, including a big moment for our new amenity in New Braunfels. If you guys are new here to my channel, thank you so much for hopping aboard, because every single week we're really trying to put out relevant and timely information like today's video about what it's like to live in New Braunfels. We have a dilemma right now in New Braunfels. There's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that Texas voters will have a chance to lower their property taxes on the upcoming November 7th ballot. Now, it was already passed by the governor and state lawmakers earlier this summer, but a yes vote on November 7th will extend the new $100,000 homestead exemption beyond its current 3-year trial period. The bad news is that the money that's being saved on property taxes is coming from this huge pot on your property tax bill, the largest taxing entity, schools. And that's where the dilemma is in New Braunfels right now. Ahead of the November 7th ballot, we have two school districts here, Comell Independent School District and New Braunfels Independent School District. New Braunfels Independent School District faces a shortfall because of this dilemma, because of the lowering of the property taxes takes some money away from their pot, also because they've had no new funding lately and because of inflation. So now the school district is asking New Braunfels voters for an extra 3 cents per $100 valuation on November 7th ballot. The proposed tax rate would go toward funding staff raises and student programs. Now, here is my take on all of this. The school portion of your property taxes is the largest taxing entity on that property tax. It's also, in my opinion, the most valuable, the most important taxing entity, because let's face it, guys, you know this, without great schools, our home values are not going up, they're going down. And you may be saying, Rod, I don't have kids in school anymore. I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody, and I tell this verbatim. I don't care if you have kids in school or not. You wanna live in a school district that has C, D, and E grades across the board? Probably not. New Braunfels schools, Comell ISD, New Braunfels ISD, they're A and B schools as per state testing. I'm supporting schools. I've always supported schools. This is not a kumbaya moment. I know the importance and the value of schools, especially on our home values. Many families choose New Braunfels because of our strong schools. They also choose New Braunfels because of our wildlife, which is in danger right now. The city of New Braunfels will vote on whether or not to capture and kill deer to help control the deer population within city limits. Hundreds of deer in New Braunfels die every year, most of them hit by cars. And that means, according to local wildlife experts, that the deer herd is actually several times that amount. So in order to control the deer population and to prevent deer waste in the Comell River and the dry Comell Creek, the city then would trap deer within the city limits, kill and process the deer meat to give to our local food bank. This is an emotionally charged vote. I mean, there are people on both sides of the aisle here. The largest concentration of deer in New Braunfels is right here where we host most of our videos at Landa Park. Now, I understand the need, the importance to control the deer population, but at the same time, you're taking away what makes New Braunfels special, our natural beauty. This is the landscape in New Braunfels. This is what makes it special. This is why people come to the park. This is why people live in New Braunfels. I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Wildlife and clean air is at stake in the Hill Country. That's because the Texas Supreme Court swatted down, denied a petition that would have stopped a limestone quarry from moving forward in Comell County. It's near State Highway 46 and FM 3009 and would impact about 12,000 residents within a 5-mile radius. Now the Vulcan Quarry is a step closer to happening despite several years of protests from residents in that area who say that dust from the limestone crushing company would pollute the air and that chemicals would seep into the ground. The mood is a little bit different on the other side of New Braunfels, where the city broke ground on the new sports park this week. The future Zip Family Sports Park is east of I-35 and at the corner of Klein Road and FM 1044. 125 acres of baseball, softball, and soccer fields. All of these fields will be irrigated by recycled water. The Zip Family Sports Park is part of the 2019 bond. I love this project because of what it does for the east side, east of 35, where amenities and activity is kind of scarce. So this adds a huge amenity east of 35. I also love it because I think that this project will spawn other development in the area.
It's been many years in the works since we had that initial assessment to being able to turn dirt today, and it's so exciting. We got to keep doing more. Yes, we got to keep adding trails. We got to keep adding bike and pedestrian improvements in our community. We got to keep adding fields for the children to play on. Keep adding parks. We got to keep moving forward.
When we first considered this and the city started talking to us about it, we knew this would be something that our kids, their kids, and generations of new people from New Braunfels could enjoy going forward. And so we've had a great time out here as a family, and we also know that our dad and grandparents and before them, you know, they lived out here, they worked at the farm out here, and they would have loved to see what's going to happen with this property. So we're just blessed.
The Zip Family Sports Park is expected to be complete at the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025. We now know where the new Topgolf will be located in New Braunfels. It's going to be at Creekside, where we figured it would be a couple of weeks ago when we first learned that Topgolf was coming to New Braunfels. Topgolf, here's the general area, 10 acres on Creekside Way, between the shopping center with PetSmart and Dick's Sporting Goods and the avenues at Creekside Apartments. Topgolf is basically a driving range with a touch of technology. You pick your game that fits your skill set, grab a club or two, and pick a target to swing for. There are these microchips in each ball so the computer can keep score. This is going to be a 2-story building with 60 golfing bays, and there's also going to be food and drinks. Construction is scheduled to begin on the New Braunfels Topgolf sometime in January and finish with the project by December 2024. Hey, if you were tubing on the river this summer in New Braunfels, thank you so much. You helped float in hundreds of thousands of dollars to the city. In fact, tubing and parking fees raked in over $1 million for the city of New Braunfels, and that's not bad considering our drought conditions, our record dry weather, and our lower water levels. Now, those water levels could see a bump this winter, and that's because the National Weather Forecast is forecasting above average rainfall for New Braunfels and throughout Texas because of El Nino. So that's great news. And that's all the New Braunfels news we have for you guys today. I want to thank you personally for inspiring us to do more of this content to bring you up to date as news is happening. It's happening fast in New Braunfels. If you guys are looking to buy or sell a home in New Braunfels, you know I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.